welcome to another edition of Talking Tackle with the Bedford Bigboy Specimen Hunters. I'm a bit under the weather today, so I'm going to let Stav do a lot of the talking for a change.
It's unlike me, I like to talk.
Yeah, and this is it's going to be a special edition one as well, because we are going sea fishing. We're going to what is it, Aldeburgh?
Aldeburgh on the east coast, yeah.
Yeah, so gonna be fishing that.
I've frequented this venue many a time.
So tell me some stuff about them.
Well, it's a deep beach mark, so you can fish at high and low tide. So hopefully we'll be catching fish at all states of the tide. I know you're probably wondering how come Stav's driving again, but hey, I've obviously got mule right on my head. So yeah,
he is a bitch.
I'm driving again. At least I feel safe this way without Adam's erratic driving, and Tony hasn't passed his test yet, I don't think. So
yeah,
especially he just doesn't drive at all.
So Tony's got a little Vespa motorbike, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got one of those little
like
Italian
moped,
jobbies, I think.
Yeah.
So I think he used to sell baguettes and garlic and stuff and whatever else, salami, sausages. But I think he's broken down now. So, but yeah. So anyway, Aldeburgh. It hasn't been fishing great anywhere around the coast, to be fair. But what I'm expecting from Aldeburgh is whiting, dab, pouting probably. If we're lucky, I've heard there may be the odd bass about, but this will be lucky. Codling, I haven't heard anything about the cod or codling, so I'm not expecting that. So to be fair, it's probably going to be whiting and dab, with a chance of something that might just pop out the blue. So I'm not holding my breath for anything decent, but who knows? You know, I always say that. I always underestimate my skills. So watch this space. I may catch some beast out of there. Who knows?
And we've got Tony in the background. He's meant to be a bit of a sea fishing expert, but we shall see. Apparently he makes a good cup of tea as well. But
yeah, we're looking forward to his tea making skills. And did you bring some sausages, Tony?
Yeah, sausages.
Yeah.
So you'll be cooking us some hot dogs as well.
Frying pan.
I knew we brought him here for something.
Yeah.
Red rolls.
Yeah.
Right. So basically,
we're about halfway there at the minute, so we're not going to be fishing until probably.
Yeah, we stopped for breakfast, so
probably about 11:30 by the time we're down the beach, cast out, something like that. So yeah, I'm sure we'll do something once we're set up. Show you the basic rigs that we're using and what bait we use, and go from there.
yeah, see you in Aldeburgh. Tactics Corner with Stephen Payne.
Right, I knew it was going to be flat calm. You can see it's really calm today. This is because the wind's coming off our back, so I knew it was going to be flat calm. So it's not ideal for catching big fish. So I'm assuming we're going to be targeting dab and probably whiting. So dab, small flat fish, small hooks. They like these little sequins and little colours, which are always handy to put on. So basically what I'm doing is little coloured beads, small hook and a small worm. This is it, lugworm it's called. You hook it on, basically through the mouth, thread it around the hook, all the way around so you master the whole of the hook, and then out, pop, and that will be sitting there like that on the bottom. That's the idea. This is a 2-hook flapper. I'm using slightly different. These are the bigger beads and all one colour. Same size hook because they've got small mouths, but basically the bait is exactly the same. This is a slightly bigger worm because you just never know what might be lurking. I'm not saying that this will only catch flatfish, because it won't. I mean, the whiting will take this, and so will the pout. But that's basically the other bait. So I'm throwing out 2 baits that look like that.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll get something. Who knows?
So let's actually have a look at the whole rig. So what ounce lead's that?
It's a 6-ounce lead. You don't really need a 6-ounce lead because it's not really pulling that much here, but if you want to put a bigger bait on, you can whack it out a little bit further. So it's a gripper to hold, try and hold the whole bottom, and when you pull away, they just ping out like that to retrieve it. I mean, just set it back up again, put them back on the grooves, job done.
Right, so that's what bait and rig Mr. Payne's using.
Yeah, on this on this rod, on the other rod I'll be putting a bigger hook, a bigger bait, everything kind of similar, but it'll be a one hook rig, and it'll be a bigger hook, bigger bait to try and target something larger.
Right,
So
well,
I'm not going to cast this out far because a lot of the flatfish, they do come in quite close, so this will be a gentle lob. As Adam has experienced many a time, just a gentle lob. Gone out about 50 yards, something like that.
Right, see, I'm fishing right there. This punker's got all that water to aim for. I thought we were doing 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, huh?
See, this is the bit where the word thinking, that's where you went wrong. Leave that to me, and I'll put you right. At the minute, the tide's not pulling, so you can cast straight out. You only cast opposite sides when the tide's pulling. As you can see, I've cast virtually straight out and it's staying there. If the tide was pulling, that would be going either left or right. So when it starts to pull, then you've got to cast up tide to try and help your leg grip in. But until that happens, rock on Tommy.
We're all good, baby.
Rock on Tommy, yeah. Right.
That thing was after Stav's bait. You caught a fish, didn't you, Stav? And that come and got it.
That seal.
Yeah, proper come up, man.
Come up again, here, you watch.
Yeah. It's literally only like what? It's only had about 20 metres in front.
Yeah.
Sick, like proper looked at us. I've just caught my first ever fish, like sea species, and it was it a dab?
Yes, under my expert guidance.
Yes.
So I'm quite happy for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Better than last time, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tony's had 2. Yeah. So.
A little flatty. You need to get something a little bit bigger because they are proper small. They were.
Yeah.
Normally they're about sort of double that size as what you normally get.
I'm after 3 willy.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
You might have contend with Tony with his 6 million bites. I don't know which way that seal's gone.
Yeah.
This guy's in. It's into something. What you got, Adz? Looks big. Nah. Oh yes. Another whiting. Lovely.
They're quite good looking fish, aren't they?
You find fish good looking?
You know what I mean.
Okay. Nice flatty.
Stav's in.
Another little flatty. I don't know if they're getting bigger or smaller. But they all count. I had a big worm on that one. I was going for something large. Yeah. Just a small one.
This guy's a machine, huh?
It's really fun. Yeah, double hitter. Flat and a whiting. Flat for whiting. That's what you call a small whiting. Oh my god, look at that. Tony, specimen. About 3 ounces. That was a better rattle. Yeah. Well, don't feel like he's fighting now. It's trying to come out.
Sorry about the lack of commentary. I'm very tired.
Oh, I thought it was bigger than that. I felt like it was fighting well. Oh.
Right, well, as you can see, it's now completely pitch black. We've had quite an interesting day. We've been successful, but we've had nothing really big or anything.
A little bit slow, yeah.
Yeah.
We've caught basically what I thought we'd catch, and that's whiting and dab.
Yeah.
We had a couple of rockling as well, but we've had a few good bites though. The old rod's bent round. I think you lost something half decent. Seals swimming up and down didn't help most of the day. We had 2 swimming up and down the beach here, 50 to 100 yards out, lanings. But we've caught, nothing big, but I didn't expect it to be anything big, to be fair. The sea's still quite flat. There's a slight wave there now, but nothing to write home about. It's more of a roll than a wave. But yeah, got what I thought we'd get. Waiting for that bonus fish ads.
Yeah.
That bonus half decent codling maybe, or a lucky bass, who knows.
Yeah. It's this isn't really my kind of thing, I must admit. Like I've found it quite frustrating, like doing all your rods, preparing your baits, chucking it out, and then 10 minutes later you've got basically like the sea version of like a roach on the end of it. And you've got to do it all again. Also, bites, I find it quite hard to like distinguish a bite, so a lot of the time I'm reeling in my lines to like change the bait over, and I've got one on the end, and for me that's not really fun.
That's what you do with carpfish, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, the thing is, because they're quite small fish,
Yeah.
you're getting an initial bite, and then they're basically hooks, and they just lie there until you reel them in.
Yeah.
Because they're small. And to be fair, a lot of sea anglers that happens to when they with small fish like that. You'll get a couple of bites, you'll get ready to see if anything happens. Nothing does, or you might get the odd little knock here and there, but that's the fish that's already hooked.
Yeah.
Just tapping away. It's that big bend round that you want, or a slack liner where it bends and then it just goes all slack, where a decent fish has moved the lead. But I didn't think we'd get it today anyway.
Yeah.
It's just too flat.
The thing is, it's been quite a hard episode to film really, because by the time we realise someone's got a fish on the end of the line, it's near enough in, so we can't really do much footage of playing fish. Like, I started taking photos of a few of the fish I caught at the start of the session, but as the days gone on, it's just literally they look near enough carbon copies, so we've stopped even taking photos, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, most of them are like dab under half a pound, or half a pound or less. The whiting are probably something similar. The rock clean are well under half a pound. They're probably 4 or 5 ounces. So everything's small. You don't really play them, you just reel them in. it's just one of those days. It's not really with sea fishing. You got to keep an eye on stuff, and I knew it wasn't going to fish that great before we come. I think I said that before we even started the video. It's flat. Everything was wrong for it to be the right kind of fishing. But I knew that we'd catch fish, but they're always going to be something small. You still hope out. There's always a chance. You've got bait out. There's always a chance. But personally, I'm just going to go put out a bigger and bigger bait, and then I'm just going to put out like half that box of squid on one hook or something.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, me being a true all-round angler, I like to fish. I don't mind. These small fish, it's all part and parcel.
Yeah,
It's like going out carping. You ain't gonna always catch a biggie, but these are small fish.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
yeah,
hold on, here we go. That's a big, it's a hell of a big knock.
yeah, but that's the one with the. He's on.
Oh.
It's not a biggie. Probably a white one. A bit of live action. It feels like a whiting to me.
Yeah.
Another one of those that we've been catching. Half a pounder. You see? It's just come off. What the hell happened there? I felt that banging until it come in, look.
Oh.
It looks like it bit through the line.
Done it?
Well, it would appear that, I mean, they have got teeth, but they don't often bite through the line.
Yeah. Right, well,
Bloody hell.
I think that's a good way to, to end the video. I mean,
End it again.
yeah, to be honest, I'm not going to record anything else unless there's something, you know, notable in the night, but I don't know.
I might put on a live bait later
Yeah.
and just see if that can get anything. Get a
You're going to
bass or
put the kettle on and make a cup of tea in a minute.
something. No,
huh?
you can do that because you're my boy.
Right, fingers crossed. Right,
Back in the car.
that,
It's a fair old trot, especially after you fish for like 24 hours, best part of 24 hours, not quite. But we've been up about 26 hours, haven't we?
that was not enjoyable.
Yeah, he didn't like it. Didn't like the wind. It was quite warm actually. This is nothing. I've been there, it's been really windy, raining, all kinds of business going on. But weather-wise, it was okay. It was just a bit calm, and I knew it was going to be a bit not that great. But we caught quite a few fish, just everything small. Small dabs, small whiting. Didn't get any pattern, which surprised me. I'm surprised not some of them about.
Must have had 100 between the three of us, easy, isn't it?
I reckon, yeah. Biggest fish was probably, well, not even a pound, less than a pound, I would say the biggest fish
Yeah.
was. I mean, flatfish aren't that massive anyway, but you get a pound and a half flatty, and that's a really good fish. But these seals, look, there's a seal swimming up and down there again, look. Seals are everywhere along there, so maybe they've yammed everything. But no, I've kind of enjoyed it, but just the fish were a bit on the small side.
Yeah,
I know.
it was an experience.
I mean, Tony in the back, he's used to handling small things. But, hey Tony? Yeah, see? He's still recovering.
No comment.
No comment, yeah.
Right, well,
Yeah. It's been alright. I mean, again, it's, you know, it's just one of them, isn't it? You can't, if you go carp fishing, you're not going to catch 10, 30 pounders, are you? You might get a couple of smaller ones, which you're not after, but they come along, and I knew here the conditions weren't great for catching anything decent, but you always got a chance, didn't you? That wasn't to be, so. How many fish you reckon we had, Tone, between all three of us?
Between all three of us?
Yeah.
God knows.
I reckon I've had probably, I don't know, maybe 30 odd.
Yeah, something like that, 30, 40, I don't know.
I've had rockling. You didn't get any rockling, did you?
No, all
Yeah.
I've had is dabs. I think the first one I had was a little flounder actually.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a dab, it looked more like a flounder.
Hmm.
But after that, it was dabs and bloody whiting.
Yeah, I had whiting, dab, and
I'm
rockling.
surprised we didn't get any those big whiting.
Yeah, they've
Very
been saying there's
surprised
been a
me,
few about, but I don't know. It's
A
just
couple of decent dabs.
Right, well, I'm
Decent.
going to call it.
yeah.
Right now,
Adam's
I've
finished.
had
He's
enough.
finished. So
Maybe
And I'm
going
not looking my
fishing
best, so-
next week with badger carping, but
really,
I don't think so.
You're not looking your best.
yeah.
To the next one.
To the next.